If I had to estimate this, maybe 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds. Now this is ready to decorate. You could put any finish on here and plant it up. The strength is going to be incredible because it's going to be pushing out equally. So this is ready to go. Going to start decorating it. That's the power of these cement fabrics. They can make very super strong and light, very large planters and objects. Yeah, it's not coming out so easy, so I've got one more trick up my sleeve, and that is to add water in here. That prevents the air from coming out too easy. Look at that. Big difference. Whoa! That's actually moving water around. That's cool. You should never underestimate the effort it's going to take to demold anything. Yeah. Even though this was oiled up with wax, still hard to get out. So never underestimate how hard it is to get something out. If I would have put the fabric on this side, forget about it. It's not coming out. It's very hard to get out. So the inside is always easier. Make sure to take advantage of that. Yeah, we're cutting up 40 sheets of this 1 foot by 1 foot, and we have these longer ones that are left over. And we're going to try to figure out how many layers it takes to make a massive planter with this fabric. We're planning on 4, so hopefully that'll work out perfectly for us when we're using 4 fabrics to laminate them together so that it makes one big planter. The idea is to make this user friendly by having this small size. And with this small size, we're quite sure that anyone could handle making these massive cement planters out of cement fabric. Don't forget to soap up your plastic containers so the mold actually lets go of the planter you're building inside of it. Very important. Yeah, I want to try something a little bit different today. I want to make it a lot easier for people, and I want to explain that we are trying to make enormous planters that weigh very little. And I want them to be super strong, and this test is about how many layers does it take of landscape fabric, or how many layers does it take of cement fabric to make a super strong planter that is enormous. That's the big difference is in this video is we want to really try to figure out what is the minimum requirement for a planter to be super strong, usable anywhere in the garden, and 2 people can basically lift it up, carry it anywhere in the garden, and move it around. It needs to be frost-proof. It needs to survive the freeze-thaw cycle. These thin planters, these fabric planters, have a huge advantage over thicker cement planters. There's no volume for the frost to get to it. The frost simply has no surface to attack the planter because it's so paper thin. That makes all the difference in the world. These planters would survive any freeze-thaw cycle if they are layered. The sandwich effect really makes them super strong. So we're going to get into it. We're going to do it a little bit different. The planter's soaked up. We've cut 40 of these guys. We're making them super small because we want everyone to be able to do this. That's the whole concept we're aiming for. So we're going to do it a little bit different. Of course, it has to be windy today. So we're going to do it differently. We're going to paste cement on both sides. And then we're going to put it inside the planter. And by doing that, we're going to have a guarantee to have both layers perfectly thick, thick enough to make a big difference in how this sticks together to the other one. Yeah, so we're double coating both. This wind is not helping. And you make sure you cover all the fabric. I'm going to lift it up and show you. That's sort of the quality we want. And I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. I'm going to put an air release valve in this so that the gun can release this planter for us. God, this fabric is tough. There we go. God, these gloves make it so hard. Okay. So when we go to release this, we just pump this full of air and it's going to push this thing right out. It takes on the contour of the planter so easily, being this small. When you're pasting this, the cement almost comes through already. That's how absorbent this fabric is. A Sika fabric. We're trying to locate it for North America, what the equivalent would be, but it's being very hard for us to figure that out. I just noticed we have to use the lastly painted coat. There's more cement on there to get it to stick to this properly. Having these 1 foot squares makes it a lot easier for anybody to wrap this fabric into place. See, there's more cement here, so I'm going to push that against the planter. It's going to stick a lot better because here there's a lot less cement. Yep, that's the ticket to use the last coat. Sticks way better. Gonna make it harder to release it, but at least it's sticking really well. See how a lot of it stays here? So that's why you want to put this side against the planter. Push all the air out. Okay, we're going to keep going. Get a whole bunch of layers on here and then we'll film it again. Yeah, so it's really sunny, really windy. The planter's drying out really fast, so we need 2 people to make these cloths. One isn't enough, I have to go that fast. We're actually wrapping over this edge to make it more attractive, and then we're just going to take a grinder and cut this if it needs to be. It looks like she's got it perfect. So we're not 100% worried about the outside because we can paste it and decorate it from the outside once we peel this out. This is the air inlet. So we're going to fire air in here with an air compressor and that's going to pop this out. Hopefully that's the plan. It does work. I've done it before. And by doing this, we're going to be able to decorate this on the outside and hopefully this will be under 40 pounds, 30 pounds. The material that we're using is half a bag of cement, and we still have a quarter of the bag left over. So that's how little cement this fabric actually absorbs. The planter has 3 layers. It's incredibly strong. So it's not even a quarter of the size of this one. So I'm going to stick with the 3 layers and see how strong this actually turns out. The nice thing about a round planter is the pressure is equal. What I mean by that is all the soil is going to push equally against this edge. So that's going to be a big advantage of the strength of this planter, is because it's a perfect circle. The pressure is going to be equal against the edges. So I'm hoping 3 layers and applied very effectively is going to be a big help. So we're going to do layer 2 right now, and we're going to work our way around, and for sure it's going to be super strong. So we're at 3 layers. There's 4 pieces missing here to make up the 3 layers. Let's try. I'm not going to go to 4 because I want to see actually if 3 layers is enough for this to be super strong and usable right away. So that's the idea, is we're going to do these 6 that are missing to get this edge perfect. Then we're going to let it dry out, and we're going to fire this up here, this mechanism inside, to put air through here, and hopefully it'll pop the whole planter out. This was waxed really well. We're also able to bend it a little bit because it's so flexible. That should make this come out quite easily. So I'm going to do the math on this. This is 60 square feet of fabric. A lot of it's obviously duped over top of each other. So we cut 60 squares of Sika fabric, polypropylene, and we used a quarter of a bag, let's say half a bag of Portland cement, and that's the entire list of materials for this. Fabric and cement, pure cement, there's nothing added to it, not even a modifier, nothing, straight cement. So 60 square feet and half a bag of cement, and we're looking at maybe $20 to make this. And I stopped at 3 layers just to make sure that we can sort of analyze the cement, if it's strong enough with the fabric to support this weight that's going to push out onto the planter. So we're going to use these small pieces of fabric to grab up the moisture and to add additional strength. They sell these as well, polypropylene, smaller layers, smaller One thing we always do is we'll do this extra work on the inside, and then we'll use the leftover cement we have and we'll paste the entire inside just to make it a little bit stronger. This is a whole power play on strength. We want this strong enough to, you know, this is probably up to 4 wheelbarrows of topsoil that's going to go inside here. So it's got to be super strong. This is our leftover cement from the half bag or quarter bag. Nothing has to go to waste. By doing this, we're guaranteed to cover all the fabric that was showing white. It's going to have a good seal to it. This process is no different than bandages, plaster casts for legs and arms. Exact same process. We're looking for this last coat not to have any air pockets. There's one here, for example. We're going to get rid of it. So you just look for these little oddities. We're going to put a bit of extra cement around this valve. Okay, so the only thing left to do is wait for 1 day or 2 days, and we're going to pop this out with air. And what's going to happen is we should have a super strong planter that needs finishing on the outside. Don't kid yourself, this is not going to look good on the outside. It needs to be plastered or detailed or whatever you do with it. So we're going to decorate this edge right now. So Laura's getting her hands wet. She's going to make this circle. All the lines disappear here. That's the idea with the extra cement. Nothing goes to waste. Okay, we're going to decorate this edge. Might as well do it now while we can. And make sure to come inside enough so when you fill it up with dirt, you don't have to go all the way up. This is white Portland. Sticks like crazy to this. Gonna give it a nice finish. Okay, we'll wait for tomorrow or the next day to take this apart. Okay, Amelia, this door. Yeah, it's 2 days later. This is completely dry. I'm going to try to get it out with using this air blower. So I hooked it up to a compressor. Okay, I'm going to try to release it. Letting go here. If I had to estimate this, maybe 20 pounds, maybe 25 pounds. Now this is ready to decorate. You could put any finish on here and plant it up. The strength is going to be incredible because it's going to be pushing out equally. So this is ready to go. Going to start decorating it. And that's the power of these cement fabrics. They can make very super strong and light, very large planters and objects.